Like to welcome back the viewers of Torah Anytime and Emunah to the Table and Mitzvah Foundation KLM for our weekly series, A Word for Your Shabbos Table and a Mitzvah for Life. In this week's Parsha Vayera enters the famous, spectacular Eser Makos, the 10 plagues. If you were to interview people and ask them what was the purpose, they'll say it was to build a foundation of Emunah. Not exactly, says the Zohar and the Meshech Chochmah. Not exactly. What had to happen first? They had to work on their Emunah before the Eser Makos. In other words, the Zohar it says as follows. It says, had the 10 plagues occurred without them, let's say, integrating an understanding that Hashem created the world, He's the one running it, He's the one who's going to take care of the Jewish people. Had that not happened, they wouldn't have believed in the 10 plagues. They would have ascribed it to, not science, because it was a different time, to sorcery. So Moshe had to give them a shear. He had to teach them and help them integrate the fundamental that Anochi, that Hashem is God, the creator of the world, is going to exert providence and take us out in a miraculous way. Now, if this couldn't be more relevant to the times we're in, and that leads us to the mitzvah of life. The first of the Ezra Dibros, the first of the 10 commandments, is the mitzvah Anochi Hashem Elokecha Asher Hotzisecha Me'eretz Mitzrayim in Yisro. That's one of the. It's our foundation. It's a commandment to know that Hashem created and runs and guides everything. This mitzvah, v'yadatem, see, in Pasuk Vav, in Ve'era Vav Zion, it says, ki yadatem, because they need to know that I am Hashem, your God, who will take you out. They had to know that God will take them out. So, they're both related, these mitzvahs. The mitzvah of Emunah is a constant mitzvah, but I don't know, when do you have time to work on it, right? You're either working, taking care of something, or learning Torah. So the point is this. I want to give you a very practical time for you to work on it. And it's also probably the most important time to work on it. Before you listen or hear the news, okay? This is the same thing. Just like the Zohar said, had they not built up a recognition, there's a Borei Olam, he has a special relationship with the Jews, and he's going to take them out, they would have misinterpreted the plagues. It would have just been sorcery in their times. So too for us, before you hear the news, have kavanah to fulfill the mitzvah of Anochi, that a recognition that Hashem is the one running the world, and this mitzvah, ki yadatem ani. In other words, before you hear the news, create a spiritual buffer between you and the news, and enter it in a way that you'll interpret it properly and as a mitzvah, and you'll be able to, like the people whose Emunah was strong, the Iran missile attacks was spectacular, hand of God. But that's only if you work on and build and strengthen your Emunah. So, before you watch the news, do this mitzvah for life and fulfill Anochi and ki yadatem ani Hashem Elokechem, and then you'll read everything perfectly.
Shama shir shir chadash